how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers. Welcome back to part 2 of my Craftsman Lt1000 tractor project. I got this tractor like last year through a trade from a friend of a friend, I don't remember. But anyway, as you saw from episode 1, we got it out of the shed, the new shed in the backyard. We got the engine started and running, and we put a Walbro carburetor on it. Ever since then, it's been leaking. It's been leaking so much that I've swapped out the fuel solenoid, I've changed the gasket. You could feel around the leak that it's not the bowl, because the bowl, actually the sides of the bowl is dry, and the only thing that's wet is underneath where the fuel solenoid attaches to the bottom of the bowl. Changed the gasket, I don't know why it keeps leaking, so maybe the bowl is warped. I couldn't tell, you know, so I might try to get another Walbro carburetor, put a different bowl on, put a different solenoid on, put a different gasket on, whatever, just to stop the leak. And also I'll put on a fuel shutoff valve. If it leaks, you could just turn it off, you know. Also, I put keys in the back two wheels so that it doesn't free roll. It's a hydrostatic, and also when I tried to move it, started up the engine, stepped on the clutch, started the engine. When I was ready to move, I lifted the brake clutch and it stalls, which means it's a safety switch issue. So I might have to bypass the magneto safety switch kill wire to the ignition switch so that I could freely see if it moves. I don't even know if this transmission works, you know what I mean? In the meantime, I have put ATF and Fix-A-Flat in all 4 tires. Seems to be holding air for the past 3-4 days, so that's good. Also, the deck, the blades are seized on one side, and the other side free moves without turning the spindle, which means that the nut is not on tight enough. So we have to take the deck off today, loosen up the blades, put it back on, fix the kill safety switch thing, because when you lift the clutch, it stalls. We have to fix that. See if it moves forward and backwards, change the seat somehow, fix the leak in the carburetor, put a fuel shutoff switch, and get this thing going. Because right now, all it does is run from the engine, but I don't know if it moves forward and backwards, and I don't know if it mows. That's what we're doing today. Let's see how much we get done in one episode. I guess the first thing we have to do, the most important part, is to find out if it moves forward and backwards. Because if the transmission's Dunsky, what's the point, right? So, I'm going to remove this hood. I'm going to remove this hood, see? I'm going to remove the gas tank. It's easier to get to it. There's a wire on the ignition switch that's attached to the M tab. The M stands for magneto. I'm going to trace that wire, find out where it is. Then I'm going to find the kill wire that's on the magneto that comes out here. I'm going to cut here and cut there and attach them both, bypassing all the spaghetti to the safety switches. So now no matter what happens, it won't shut off unless the switch is turned off. Which means you're not going to have a problem when you lift the brake cable and it stalls. It won't kill it, see? At least I'm going to try that. So I'm going to remove the gas tank. There's no gas in it because the gas already dripped out from the leak. And then once we do that, we'll see if it moves forward and backwards. If it does, we'll go from there, remove the deck, check out the blades, see the situation with the deck. And then if it's good, we'll put it back on again. And then we'll see if it drives forward and backwards and spins the blades. Then we'll take care of the seat. I have a good seat. It's kind of loose on the bottom base, but I have to find a swiveling bracket, seat bracket, that will fit the holes. The holes don't fit this, you know, it's like off by an inch or something like that. So that's what we're gonna do. Let me take all that stuff off and we'll get to the wiring. Wanted to show you the seat that I have in mind. It's a good Craftsman seat, right? It's on here, but it's, you know, kind of loose from it, whatever, but it's okay. Once it's on here. Anyway, the base here, as you can see, holes are there, there, and here. it doesn't correspond to the one here. It's just different. It's off by like an inch, whatever. But anyway, I'm pretty sure I have the bracket that goes with that. So I'm just gonna go find that bracket, put it on the seat, and it should fit here. So that would be that. It's a nice cool day today for a change. It's been hotter than hell. My friend Nick from Bellport came by the other day. He needed a foot pads for LT1000. I've been telling him for years, keep all the shit from the stuff you throw out because you're gonna need it someday. He never listens, so he always comes to me for parts. Hopefully he'll know by now to not do that. Anyway, so I took the gas tank off and I can see the wiring here from the switch. Alright, so look, you may or may not be able to see, but here I'm gonna take the ignition switch out. It's 2 tabs on the inside. Push in and the whole ignition switch comes out. Took out the module and now I'm looking at the switch, okay? I'm looking at it and looking at it, and of course I can't see jack. Holy cow, I can't see any of the letters. Letters? We've got letters. We've got sacks and sacks of letters. Letters. You guys tell me where that thing I just sang is from. Okay, I have established that this tab here, this one right here, that's the kill. And it leads to 2 black wires. 2 of them. I pull on it, and I can see that this moves in. Pull on it, and this moves in. So these 2 right here. As I pull these 2, it retracts, see? I'm doing it because I want as long as a wire as possible. I'm going to trace it down to here and see which 2 black wires are moving along with this. Because that way I don't need any more wires. See if I pull these 2 here? At least one of them, let's see. Yep, that's that one. And it's not that one. So it's this one here. And then I'll have to find if it's this one. No, it's not that one. Is it this one here? Let's pull on this one, see if it pulls here. It is, it is. So it's this one. What did I say? It's this one. And this one. This one. And this one. These 2 right here are the ones that I want to cut. I'm just going to find as long as I can. I'm going to cut this one. You're going to just cut it? That's right. And this one over here leads to the safety switch. I hope I cut the right one. Anyway, look, let's see. Pull. Yep. This is it right here. Yep, and it's that. So these 2 right here, I'm going to cut and splice. Okay, now I'm on the right side of the engine. These are the 2 wires that I need. Now these 2 wires go to the same tab, so I'm just going to forget about the short one because I don't want the short one. This long one here controls the switch to the magneto, okay? I've just bypassed it by not using all the black wiring that goes through all the safety switches that connect eventually to that. So now, if you look over here at this harness, there's only 1 black wire that leads to the top here, to the magneto. So this black wire here leads right to the magneto. So I'm going to, well, actually it leads right there to this black part. Theoretically, I would like to just cut this, pull this out, and attach this wire to that directly. So we've bypassed all the magneto kill switches, the safety switches for the kill from magneto. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull this out as much as I can, get as much slack, and I'm going to attach this wire to that. Here we go. So I pulled this black wire out of there. I just pulled it. And now we have this wire. Just going to put these together, and right there it should be the bypass to the magneto. So now no matter what, the engine won't shut off unless you turn the switch off. Let's see if we start the engine now. I step on the clutch to start it. It'll start, hopefully. And then, well, we have no gas, so it probably won't. But we'll put some gas in, we'll put the gas tank back. I'll start up the engine, and then when I lift the clutch, it should be able to, it won't shut off, and I should be able to see if it moves forward and backwards. First, I'm going to put a fuel shutoff valve. And honestly, this is kind of long, so I think I might shorten it a bit. I want it to be a smooth transition in the fuel that goes straight here, you know. I know you know what I mean. Just gonna do some cuttage. Here's the fuel shut off. Kind of measure. Give or take, you know, leave a little bit of slack for error. This will give us relief from the headaches of a leaking carburetor, and plus a smelly garage. Since my garage is attached to my house, I can smell it. These fuel shutoff valves are very, very useful, and you can buy them like 10, pack of 10 for like $5. So it's worth it to get it. If you buy it individually, like at Home Depot, they charge you like $2.69 for one. So I get like a bunch of them. There we go. Now we got a fuel shutoff. I'm gonna put some gas in here, and then we could test it to see if we're shut off or not. I'm thinking it's right. I'm gonna put some gas in here, expensive gas. Right now it's the 26th of June, and it's $4.99 a gallon for regular here in Long Island, in the People's Republic of New York. All right, here we go. Just put gas in it. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Let's release the hounds. My new shut-off valve, so it should be going into the carburetor. I'll give you a view of exactly this side. So before, when I started it, it started fine, but the minute it's in neutral, the minute I let go of the clutch, and look, it's leaking from the valve. So sometimes you get a bad valve. All right, so look, choke, let's start it up. When I release that, let's see if it shuts off or not. If it doesn't shut off, then we're good to try the transmission. Uh-oh. Hello. Battery's not strong enough. It's been sitting too long. It should be a new battery. Gotta put a jumper to it. Got a jumper to it. See if it starts. even if I get off the seat, it won't shut off. So it's bypassed. This engine runs good, you know, smooth, which is why I don't want to swap out the carburetor, because it's smooth. Anyway, so that's one thing done. Just changed it to a brand new shut-off switch. It seems to be good. It's not dripping or wet. So that's that. Now I guess we're just gonna have to take the deck off. I'll secure the gas tank again with these bolts. So now we've got a good fuel shut off. No, that battery is not very strong. It's new, but I got it from Walmart. You know how that is. The Walmart ones, I mean, sometimes they give you crappy batteries. I guess you get what you pay for. It's only $24.95. Used to be only $19.99 or something like that. $22. All right, so we got that taken care of. I do eventually need to see why this damn thing leaks. Well, actually, it feels dry now. Strange. So now that we know that the thing dries forward and backwards just fine, we fixed the stalling from the safety switches. I'm going to leave the seat for later because I want to get the deck off, loosen up the blades, and make sure that's in order before we test the mower deck. So I have to change clothes because you got to lie on the floor. So there you go, the deck is out. I would have gotten it out faster if the guy didn't have nails instead of R-clips. I had to bend every nail somewhat straight so I can pull it out of the hole. So as you can see here, deck looks good. And also, the lever for the pulley, the engagement pulley, moves freely, and the brake levers come off the pulley. And actually has some brake pads on it. Usually they're all gone. It's just metal on metal. So that's good. See, this is frozen, won't move. This one moves, but I don't think it moves with the blade. Also, I've got a problem. And the problem is that the engagement handle, the cable that goes to the lever that engages the blades is gone. It's not there. There's no cable. That cable's kind of hard to come by. I mean, I could just buy one, but honestly, you guys know me. I haven't bought one in a long time. I actually haven't bought anything in a long time. That's the way I like it, you know? But I gotta go see if I have one. I might. I'm not sure.
Henry, you shouldn't wear flip-flops when doing that. You're gonna get hurt.
Oh, shut up. Alright. I have loosened up the rustiness. It is now spinning. I'm gonna get some penetrating oil, soak it a little bit. Now the belt was seized onto the pulley. Now it's free. Now it's free! And this one here, so when I move this, it does move, but when you hold it, it moves freely. Which means the star that goes onto the blade, maybe it's that, yeah, is gone. which means you have to either tighten it really bad or change the blade, or I'd probably have to take that blade off to see about the star. So not only do I need a engagement cable, seat bracket from the shed, this is missing the ball. MTD. Ooh, does that fit? That fits. It's a little big, but fits. Cool. Better remember to take that off my eBay listings, because somebody will buy it and I won't have it. Took this cover off, which is usually very hard to get with the Torx. But I got it off. There's a broken tab over here, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. So we got a new pulley on there now with the good splines. So now it's not going to move, it's not going to slip. So it's good to keep your parts. And now onto the other thing. So I looked in the back shed and I couldn't find a bracket that fit it perfectly. So I'm just gonna take this seat off and make that one fit. I also wasn't able to find any PTO mower deck blade engagement cable. I would remember if I had one, because those are valuable. So unfortunately, I might have to go and spend some money. I might have to go and buy one on eBay. So I'm definitely not going to be able to list this today, because I have to wait a week for that cable to come so that we can see if the mower deck works. But I'm going to just change the seat on here. Looks like we got the deck worked out, and this is really tough, and I don't have a impact Torx thing that's this size, so I have to use it. I have to do this by hand. I could eventually do it. See, if I get this seat worked out, let's go for a ride, huh? Then we'll put the deck on when I get the cable, because I want to make sure we have no snafus, and then I have to take the deck off again, you know? This is always going to be a problem, but I'll get the seat off eventually, and we'll try to fabricate the new seat on there. So, as you saw from my time lapse, the seat that I put on there is not going to work. Even though I got it to be on there, the seat is much too high and your knees hit the steering wheel. So I just took it off, put the original one back on again. Just gonna get some black Gorilla Tape and cover up the cracks. That's it. I took another Walbro carburetor bowl, took it off, replaced it. When I took it off, this one looked a little warped, right where the fuel solenoid screw goes into. It was a little warped, so that may be it. So I switched the bowl. Maybe it won't leak now. But let's go for a ride. Since we can't do anything else, I have to wait for a engagement cable for me to put the deck on and attach the pulleys and stuff. But so far, I guess the air wheels hold air. We know the transmission, hydrostatic transmission, goes forward and backwards. Engine runs great. I think I fixed the leak. We put a fuel shutoff on it. Replaced a pulley for the right side mower deck. So now the mower deck is freed up too. All we need is the cable to be put on, and it should be a starting, running, mowing, driving tractor. Let's go for a ride. There it is. I have to jump it again. Another tractor. I decided to put on the deck anyway, because when you get the cable, you don't need to have the deck off for you to put it on. Just crawl under there and put it on, you know? So it's one less thing I have to do next time. So I'm gonna order the cable. Hopefully it comes. Put it on there. This thing would then start, run, drive, mow. But this battery sucks. You can't really start it. You know what I'm saying? So while I'm waiting for the cable, I'm gonna put a charger to it and put a desulfator on it and see if we can fix this battery. I feel swindled and bamboozled because I bought this August of last year, and it's been sitting in my garage for most of that year, you know? So that's $25 wasted because it's a sucky battery. So from now on, if I go buy a battery over at Walmart, I'm gonna bring my battery tester to make sure it's a good battery before I buy it, you know? Anyway, did a lot to this thing today. Hopefully we cleared out the leak in the carburetor, and we now know that we fixed the deck because now both blades spin, nothing gives, there's no slippage. Everything else seems to work fine. Transmission works good, really good. It doesn't even whine that much for a hydrostatic, you know. Went around the block one time, and engine just is fantastic. I just need it to reliably start strong, you know, and it doesn't. So I'm gonna try to charge the battery up. We'll buy that cable and fix the deck. Beautiful. We tried to get the seat to work. I'm gonna get some black duct tape. But anyway, that's another tractor 80% done, you know. So thanks a lot for joining me on part 2 of this LT1000 project. We'll see you guys all next time on Mowers and Blowers. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers. Hey, if you guys enjoyed the video, remember to give me a like. Also, comment below. Subscribe. Remember, it doesn't cost anything to subscribe. It's free, right? Also, hit that little bell. That way you'll get post notifications whenever there's a new video and you won't miss out on any of them. Remember to follow my Instagram and Facebook, as well as if you'd like to donate $1 or $2, paypal.me/mowersandblowers. Really appreciate all the support. Also, to keep the videos coming every day, support the channel. Bye.